The JuggerNaut 1. Riot Armor. Why do we need new armor? After a year of concurrent riots in 2020 and the Capitol riot of 2021, we discovered several risks for police officers dispelling and suppressing riots. A risk included armed rioters and counter-rioters, such as in Kenosha, Wisconsin, where a teenage counter-rioter shot an armed rioter and other rioters. Another risk includes rioters using ordinances against the police officers, including rioters in Portland using improvised explosives such as fireworks, causing injuries. The final risk is lack of defensive measures against mobs, such as in the incident on January 6, 2021. In this photograph, you can see an improvised explosive lobbed by a rioter detonating in close proximity of the officers behind the vans. In another town, a counter-rioter killed 2 rioters and wounded another with a semi-automatic rifle in this photograph. The injured is also pictured on the right, holding a handgun. These situations are a concern for why police officers need the JuggerNaut 1 riot armor. The armor. Before you ask, you may be wondering, what is this armor and what it does? The armor is a next-generational body armor designed as a defensive unit. It specializes in riot suppression, security and counterterrorism. Designed for police use, it is a cost-effective solution to riot suppression over deploying military assets. It can be quickly utilized for counterterrorism with its overall protection and passive ordnance protection. The users. The main user for this armor system is for law enforcement only, specifically riot officers and special weapons and tactics officers. The core usage of the armor is for handling riots, VIP protection, but can also be used for lethal combat or counterterrorism with its armoring. Concept and concept origin. Inspired by the Sotnik program, the armor borrows the Sotnik's superior mobility and ballistic protection for its proactive defensive measures and ordnance protection. The difference from the Sotnik armor and the JuggerNaut armor is the JuggerNaut armor offers even more extensive ordnance protection and chemical resistance with superior materials. We now dive into the concept's core values, dwelling on the materials used and the unique features of the JuggerNaut 1 armor. A core reason why JuggerNaut 1 is impervious to explosives and firearms is the superior plate armoring method. Using the best level 4 body armor rated ceramic compositile plates and top-tier Kevlar, the abdominal plating has 2 layers of ceramic plates and Kevlar to absorb as much shrapnel as possible, while also being bullet resistant. The Kevlar ceramic armoring surrounds the body, which is hooked onto a specialized exosuit to increase mobility and making the user both nearly invulnerable to arms and munitions while retaining protection. The helmet on the other hand is not as heavily armored for user comfort, instead being made of lighter titanium Kevlar layering, for best protection while retaining lightweightedness. The helmet also encloses over the user's face to prevent the user from being suffocated from any chemical agents that they may be at risk of. The communication system is also integrated to make communication much more simple for the user. Overall, the armor utilizes the highest class technology to provide overall protection while keeping the user mobile and alert. Other notes. Some other notes that may be acknowledged are the pros and cons of this armor system. The JuggerNaut 1 Riot armor's strongest suits is the unreal levels of bullet resistance, blast resistance and chemical resistance. With the armor plating technique, the armor is virtually impenetrable with available armaments. Another strength that the armor has modular components, allowing it to be configured to use specialized gears such as night vision goggles and thermal imaging devices. With these strengths, the armor would be absolutely perfect for every use. Unfortunately, there are some drawbacks, but not too serious drawbacks to the point that the armor is useless. As stated in the previous section, the armor requires an exosuit to be exceptionally mobile as the body portion of the armor is quite heavy. The armor also makes the user slightly slower, but not as much to make the user immobile.